take second place, third place, or fourth place because our
There's plenty here, and continuing on with the tournament, I'm really curious to see what our standings are going to be at. But
one notable thing there on the end there, CPT in the bottom spot there for that game. But they're in, oh my goodness, 4,000 points has been reached now by RRQ Athena. They're up by a mile, essentially. They are in a really prime position to take home a lion's share of that prize pool, if not win the whole thing. But GT Doyu, LH Doyu, both of them almost tied. I mean, they're like a mirror image of each other so far. GT getting the edge there, and again, CPT from China, even though they finished in last place, they're still clutching onto that fourth place spot.
And it starts coming down pretty much to who's going to go ahead and take second place, third place, or fourth place because RRQ is just running away with it, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm about to pull a host faux pas, which is, I was hoping production would just zoom in on the 4K, like all the way, because it is crazy how far RRQ Athena are ahead at the moment. GT and LH are going to have to put up massive work. I feel like they're the only two teams that can really try and catch them.
Let's just put this in perspective.
Yes.
They're double their score. Double the score of the number 6 place team.
After 7 games.
So guys, we're here back on stage with, you guessed it, RRQ's G9. You're back. He is the leader of the team. We're going to ask him some more questions. I'm almost running out of questions here, but we have a couple more for him. So today versus yesterday, because you guys are kind of sweeping the competition today, does it feel easier overall today?
การแข่งขันในวันนี้มันไม่ได้ง่ายกว่าเมื่อวานครับแต่คือแค่เราถนัด APP แล้วสไตล์การเล่นของเราคือการยิงหลังคนอื่นครับมันก็เลยทำให้เราเล่นง่ายขึ้น
Tomorrow in TPP as well. So final question here. Your teammate Senior called you out as the best player on your team. So how does that feel to feel like the best player on your team? Do you feel pressured, or is it just a good feeling overall? Versus yesterday, because you guys are kind of sweeping the competition today, does it feel easier overall today?
Today's tournament is actually not easy, but we're good at FPP, so that made it easier.
Okay, very important. We'll hope that you can keep it up for tomorrow in TPP as well. So final question here. Your teammate Senior called you out as the best player on your team. So how does that feel to feel like the best player on your team? Do you feel pressured, or is it just a good feeling?
What's up, everybody? I don't think there's really a way to or 0.5 elite shield. Take a look at the other option. The characters I use to create videos, just because I hate ignoring everybody's game requests, but sometimes I have to record things like this. So what we'll do here is we'll log out and we'll take a look at the other options. So you can see now that 0.5.0 is out, and you have the option guest. That's where we were. Twitter, Facebook. That's lose this you want to use Twitter or Google Play account on, and we will link it to Google Play, because this, and hopefully eventually, if you haven't used that before, link to it from your guest account. And hopefully, this is my guest account, like I said before, and we will link it to Google Play, because
ominous 50. As long as we look at what they've done today, what they did at the end of yesterday, a shock. RRQ uses the helmets up there, just cause here. Ominous 50. As long as we look at what they've done today, what they did at the end of yesterday, a shock. RRQ uses the helmets up there, just cause here. Ominous 50. As long as we look at what they've done today, what they did at the end of yesterday, a shock. RRQ uses the helmets up there, just cause here. Ominous 50. As long as we look at what they've done today, what they did at the end of yesterday, a shock. RRQ uses the helmets up there, just cause here. Ominous 50. As long as we look at what they've done today, what they did at the end of yesterday, a shock. RRQ uses the helmets up there, just cause here. Ominous 50. As long as we look at what they've done today, what they did at the end of yesterday, a shock. RRQ uses the helmets up there, just cause here. Ominous 50. As long as we look at what they've done today, what they did at the end of yesterday, a shock. RRQ uses the helmets up there, just cause here. Ominous 50. As long as we look at what they've done today, what they did at the end of yesterday, a shock. RRQ uses the helmets up there, just cause here. Ominous 50. As long as we look at what they've done today, what they did at the end of yesterday, a shock. RRQ uses the helmets up there, just cause here. Ominous 50. As long as we look at what they've done today, what they did at the end of yesterday, a shock. RRQ uses the helmets up there, just cause here. Ominous 50. As long as we look at what they've done today, what they did at the end of yesterday, a shock. RRQ uses the helmets up there, just cause here. Ominous 50. As long as we look at what they've done today, what they did at the end of yesterday, a shock. RRQ uses the helmets up there, just cause here. Ominous 50. As long as we look at what they've done today, what they did at the end of yesterday, a shock. RRQ uses the helmets up there, just cause here. Ominous 50. As long as we look at what they've done today, what they did at the end of yesterday, a shock. RRQ uses the helmets up there, just cause here. Ominous 50. As long as we look at what they've done today, what they did at the end of yesterday, a shock. RRQ uses the helmets up there, just cause here. Ominous 50. As long as we look at what they've done today, what they did at the end of yesterday, a shock. RRQ uses the helmets up there, just cause here. Ominous 50. As long as we look at what they've done today, what they did at the end of yesterday, a shock. RRQ uses the helmets up there, just cause here. Ominous 50. As long as we look at what they've done today, what they did at the end of yesterday, a shock. RRQ uses the helmets up there, just cause here. Ominous 50. As long as we look at what they've done today, what they did at the end of yesterday,
Of the day, other than RRQ, which we've talked about forever, and very, very much so. Talking about the very dominant one of the other fan of the day, other than RRQ, that we've talked about forever, and very, very much so. Talking about the very dominant one of the other fan of the day, other than RRQ, that we've talked about forever, and very, very much so. Talking about the very dominant one of the other fan of the day, other than RRQ, that we've talked about forever, and very, very much so. Talking about the very dominant one of the other fan of the day, other than RRQ, that we've talked about forever, and very, very much so. Talking about the very dominant one of the other fan of the day, other than RRQ, that we've talked about forever, and very, very much so. Talking about the very dominant one of the other fan of the day, other than RRQ, that we've talked about forever, and very, very much so. Talking about the very dominant one of the other fan of the day, other than RRQ, that we've talked about forever, and very, very much so. Talking about the very dominant one of the
Arena, look at that. Different perspective this time. Check her out the back of it. Wow, that's really good. There we go. RRQ in the focus of the plane. And Arena, look at that. Different perspective this time. Check her out the back of it. Wow, that's really good. There we go. RRQ in the focus of the plane. And Arena, look at that. Different perspective this time. Check her out the back of it. Wow, that's really good. There we go. RRQ in the focus of the plane. And Arena, look at that. Different perspective this time. Check her out the back of it. are comfortable with, if they are going to go and be able to beat LHW, if you keep going as this version and LHW sees that, that's what's the three. That's whatever something that you're going to win. They're actually going to go for it. They're going to go to it. If you keep going as this version and LHW sees that, that's what's the three. That's whatever something that you're going to win. They're actually going to go for it. They're going to go to it. If you keep going as this version and LHW sees that, that's what's there. That's whatever something that you're going to win. They're actually going to go for it. They're going to go to it. If you keep going as this version and LHW sees that, that's what's there. That's whatever something that you're going to win. They're actually going to go for it. They're going to go to it. If you keep going as this version and LHW sees that, that's what's there. That's whatever something that you're going to win. They're actually going to go for it. They're going to go to it. If you keep going as this version and LHW sees that, that's what's there. That's whatever something that you're going to win. choice management find themselves in being in pretty much gotta feel that giving a quick step to the step that right to the side of the choice management find themselves in being in pretty much gotta feel that giving a quick step to the step that right to the side of the choice management find themselves in being in pretty much gotta feel that giving a quick step to the step that right to the side of the choice management find themselves in being in pretty much gotta feel that giving a quick step trying to make that to the step that right to the side of the choice management find themselves in being in pretty much gotta feel that giving a quick step trying to make that to the step that right to the side of the interesting things here by Illusion as they are chasing now giving a quick step that's right to the side of the they went down south here by Illusion as they are chasing now giving a quick step that's right to the side of the they went down south here by Illusion as they are chasing now giving a quick step that's right to the side of they went down south here by Illusion as they are chasing now giving a quick step that's right to the side of they went down south here by Illusion as they are chasing now giving a quick step that's right to the side they went down south here by Illusion as they are we're setting up a perimeter there and trying to keep him contained. RRQ content to move, grab some trees. They're going to set up shop, trying to make the best of what they can as all the compounds are likely already taken. We see Team Terror here making an approach on Illuminate from Thailand. This is going to be really interesting to see how this develops. Will Terror finally get on the aggressive and start trying to capture some kills?
If they were able to get those kills right there, it would be huge. As we saw earlier, Amit being able to go in and get a high place in there for Team Terror from India. And look at this, Torpedo is actually starting to put the action a little bit more. One thing that I'm seeing here is they're both pushing towards the same place. They need to start flanking around. They can't just be going towards the same angles. You want to get different angles on this squads. He has shot those. We've been waiting for you.
Indeed, it's one of those things that you might want to fire some shots on that car you see out there in the middle of the field. They are incredibly exposed. Maybe you land one, maybe you knock them out, but you also give away your position and the element of surprise here. So Illuminate definitely knows they're coming. Wildcard content to try to stay on the edge and work their way in, again, holding out for a higher placement.
And Katarina pretty much just being a Bush Wookie there. You currently watching at home, spam some Bush Wookiees in the chat as GTW just passes her. They have zero clue that she's there. And Terror Squad is gonna be in a pickle here. If for some reason GTW getting aggressive for Team India.
There we go.
And that's something
Advantage, knock a couple.
This is definitely some trouble. GTW heard those. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The Terror Squad getting so much shots, getting that kill, getting aggressive for Team India.
There we go.
And that's something I love seeing.
Oh, but behind them. GTW is going to take advantage, knock a couple. Oh, this is trouble now.
Gets shot down. Six got barely being able to go and finish off that person, and I think that might be E there.
That's it.
Oh my gosh.
Quick work. GTW just swooped in, knocked them right off the face of the map. Well, Terra did get one kill to their name with that AWM. It's a beautiful shot. Took his time, lined it up. Got the finish, but GT was like, nah, we're not listening
As
to
we
this.
see that replay there, not missing a single shot, making sure he got both of those skills, and now GTW is gonna go ahead and find out, eliminate. As we see here, Lucifer starting to shoot into Gangstar, some North America action, and Lucifer is gonna go ahead and try to get these kills. He's gonna start pushing a little bit towards the edge. And Evo's just now Lucifer until in the
Securing the kill, getting the finish, and also C is down. They're playing with 3 players. He's also low HP, gonna try to pass.
currently outside the circle. Cloud shift southeast.
Oh man, if he gets in that car and leaves at this point, trouble for him. That's gonna get exploded. Leaving Bull Shark behind, but he's gonna CPT getting some shots in here. The upper part of this mountain, they're looking down, trying to get some shots in some advantageous position here.
CPT the U was coming up, and I'm interested there. CPT shots up north, and they just turned around, and now they're gonna go ahead and
No, man, if he gets in that car and leaves at this point with this many people around, it's going to be trouble for him. That's going to get exploded and quick. But maybe he might have some angles here to escape. Tough to say. Evo's X is doing that exact thing, leaving Bull Shark behind, but he's going to take off to RRQ. Content to move, grab some trees. They're going to set up shop, trying to make the best of what they can, as all the compounds are likely already taken. Now we see Team Terror here making an approach on Illuminate from Thailand. This is going to be really interesting to see how this develops. Will Terror finally get on the aggressive and start trying to capture some kills?
If they were able to get those kills.
Get behind them, in front of... Is the nades coming in from Bull.
It's raining bullets, and look at this. They are able to go ahead and knock down some people. CPT knocking some people down there from Illuminate. There comes more grenades, more trying to go ahead and take down Illuminate. Currently trying to fight RRQ. Out. Evo 6 once able to see him because he has this smoke, but he has to just maybe laying on the ground and being able to destroy you, and Wildcard actually get taken out there by the play zone.
Superior position here from Evo, but they really can't do a whole lot about picking up his buddy here. Look at all the lines of sight all the way around here. Everybody can see up to that cliffside, but as long as nobody's paying attention, he might be able to sneak off a revive. RR
takes him out. Evo 6 wants more kills. He's not able to see him because he has this smoke, but he has to watch out. Senior is known to just maybe laying on the ground and being able to destroy you, and Wildcard actually get taken out there by the play zone.
Superior position here from Evo, but they really can't do a whole lot about picking up his buddy here. Look at all the lines of sight all the way around here. Everybody can see up to that cliffside, but as long as nobody's paying attention, he might be able to sneak off a revive. RRQ at the bottom of the cliff here, trying to patch themselves up, trying to find better position. They need to try to start to work their way around, it looks like, to take on Evo, so they're just going to continue to get picked apart from directly above them.
Evo's, just as you mentioned that, Evo's X tries to lay down, and they're just raining it on them. Interesting plays there, as Evo's X was picking up Bull Shark. Evo's Bull Shark just dropped the smoke for him, so love seeing that teamwork there. They are definitely communicating with each other, letting them know, hey, tell me what you got so I can go ahead and help you out. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have 7 teams left. Get hyped, because this is the final game of day number 2, and it's about to get crazy as we see RRQ starting to blow up their cars. They need those to their advantage, and they definitely need something because they only have 2 players left.
Their position's crazy. I mean, they're in such a great spot right now in the circle. The cliff is definitely an advantage for the teams above them, but now coming to life down there is RRQ. You've got LHW in it, you've got CPT in it. Again, a lot of the same familiar faces each and every game.
And here comes the shot. CPT just pretty much shooting blindly there as the LHW player is inside this.
CPT looking like they're in the most commanding position of anyone.
And something that we haven't actually heard much of, LHW getting one of the players knocked there. And look at this, LHW just sneaking around, trying to not get spotted by CPT. CPT starts taking his shot. Looking dominant here as they do have 2 players left. Here comes the smoke grenades, and CPT, one of the teams that I mentioned, I wanted to go ahead and see what they did. They're going to get in that vehicle, and they're going to go ahead and start pushing as CPT is able to go ahead and clear their RRQ is not going to be able to get there. Gonna do it. It's gonna look like CPT might be able to do it as they're pushing.
He's got firm command of this when they drive down to the vehicles to get position, but they are going to be without weapons for a second. Doc gets knocked. It's down to a 4v1. CPT in firm control. Kinra is all by himself. He gets seen. 762 knows
after they finish in the 20th spot in the previous game.
Now only 2 kills for RRQ Athena, but I can't say enough about their position, their patience, their perseverance. They made the top 3 when they really shouldn't have. They were out of position, out of the circle, a man down, and they still, with people right above them, their bitter rival no less, Evos from Thailand, they still managed to outlast their rivals and make it into the top 3.
CPT taking the final. So far throughout the tournament, up towards Stalber, and in the end,
getting that easy win towards the end, as they were able to just go ahead and clear everybody on that area. CPT looking strong and recovering after they finished in the 20th spot in the previous game.
Now only 2 kills for for RRQ Athena, but I can't say enough about their position, their patience, their perseverance. They made the top 3 when they really shouldn't have. They were out of position, out of the circle, a man down, and they still, with people right above them, their bitter rival though, Les Evos from Thailand, they still managed to outlast their rivals and make it into the top 3.
CPT taking the final game of the day though in the end. Well played by them. Some unconventional circle.
CPT getting some shots in here. They have really good position. They're looking down, trying to get some shots in some advantageous position here.
CPT does have to watch out because LHW was coming up, and I'm interested there. CPT took some shots on LHW. They heard shots up north, and they just turned around, and now they're going to go ahead. As we see them just pretty much dancing away, getting ready. The team full send, just having a lot of fun, as we're seeing right there. They're definitely not getting the placing. So as Fandy mentioned there earlier, you know what? We're just gonna have fun with this.
And indeed, they are having fun.
Ali Pocket there with that great kill. And this actually pushed by Galaxy. It was great. It was smart. They were able to go ahead and take on GG and being able to go ahead and finish them up as well. But then they had to back up a little bit as Kawhi was coming in. And this push here by BRK. BRK, one of the teams that we thought we expected a lot of. It wasn't that well in Evo's. That was my reaction too. Just
Insider GT, man, that's just a tough way to go out. You hit a jump in a buggy, you get shot out of it. You're really wild card. But RRQ here out in the field, and like we mentioned at that point in time, would it come back to bite them? Yep, should have finished him. RRQ able to last longer than Evos. Evos had a chance to finish him off way earlier out in that field.
definitely did it. And then we go back to Evos and just trying to pretty much finish up RRQ. Luckily for RRQ.
That's right, absolutely. Impressive stuff overall in the end by CPT. And it's a big deal for them because obviously first place $200,000, but second place, etc., $100,000. And for CPT coming into today, they were third place. LH and GT had taken them over up until potentially now, so it could have some shake-up in the standings.
They had some great kills to their name that particular round, but more importantly, they got the chicken dinner, and that's their second one now. Again, like you said, the second multi-time chicken dinner winner, and that's very, very key because that allows them to potentially jump over the placement of GT and LHW. Those guys seem to have a ton of kills, but again, remember, CPT's been putting together a heck of a run so far this tournament. Tons of kills.
CPT coming into today, they were third place. LH and GT had taken them over up until potential.
Backside, the highest team up on the hill. CPT looking like they're in the most commanding position of anyone.
And something that we haven't actually heard much of, LHW getting one of the players knocked there. And look at this, LHW just sneaking around, trying to not get spotted by CPT. If CPT starts taking these shots, they might be able to go ahead and eliminate their LHW.
Of random houses all over the place, split up, and then you run the risk of getting picked off like Rolex did the previous game. This game, they went down, looted up Novo, actually stole some cars from LHW. Didn't seem to affect them too much, but again, at the end, it didn't seem to help out their placement super high. I believe they went out in 12th place, maybe 11th once again, but again, C9 failing to crack the top 10. I believe they went out in 12th place, maybe 11th once again, but again, C9 failing to crack the top 10.
And it's a good point that you actually mentioned there with them going out of that position because they did have a good spot up on Salva, similar to what we saw from CPT. But let's check in with all the stats for our day number 2 as a whole. Team kill results from the whole tournament. Let's see, LHW at the moment up at the top with 79. RQ Athena just trailing behind a little bit, 7 with just 3 less.
You know, just 76. That is so many kills there. And they've also been able to put up the wins for it. And hey, don't shy away from because GTW is 59 and CPT is 58.
Their patience, their perseverance. They made the top 3 when they really shouldn't have. They were out of position, out of the circle, a man down, and they still, with people right above them, their bitter rival though, Les Evos from Thailand, they still managed to outlast their rivals and make it into the top 3.
CPT taking the final game of the day though in the end. Well played. Played by them. Some unconventional circles compared to what
That team didn't do so well in the last game, as I mentioned earlier. They came and showed, hey, you know what? That was kind of like a fluke. Don't worry about it. Here we go. Let's get this win and go into day number 3 with some momentum.
Nothing like a worst to first story right there. CPT going from 20th all the way to first. Really good stuff from them. You saw Evos looking like they were in a commanding position, firing down on RRQ's Athena. It looked like Evos had everything going for them. The shots were falling, and then all of a sudden, CPT had gotten there early. They had gotten there higher, and they were able to rain down on Evos Parade and end their game.
And CPT is our second multi-time chicken dinner winner. Wow, that rhymed. For this overall, and we do have them, with them taking the second round yesterday, obviously, now taking this round as well. Let's check in with the highlights, brought to you by Samsung Galaxy Note 9.
As we see the team, as Vandy mentioned there earlier, you know what? We're just gonna have fun with this.
And indeed they are having fun. RRQ Athena means all business. Placing not a lot of kills in their name this yesterday.
At least we're seeing one of the now Gangstars there in the 7th spot here after round 8.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams that have been eliminated. Got the big money up there at the top moment. But as you guys can see, CP 8 here.
Very interested to see how the ultimate standings are looking, because no doubt RRQ is going to be leading the pack, and right now the fight for between 2nd and 4th is going to be very, very fierce indeed, I think, Seven.
It is going to go ahead and be intense. I wonder if they're going to go ahead and start pushing a little bit more of the action towards the beginning. We thought we were going to see LHWs and Cloud9 fight each other, and look at this. Push by
Athena absolutely stealing the show, but CPT has been able to bump GT and LH down here in the second day. Overall, PB, what do you make of it?
I really think that it's more of the same all day long today. The placements, again, we're seeing Thailand, we're seeing China, top 1 through 6. It hasn't changed at all. We've seen some shakeups a little bit down south in the rankings, but again, our top team, RRQ Athena, still holding strong at the top with 3 first place today, 1 third place today. CPT getting their second chicken dinner, sneaking into that second spot just ahead of LH Doyu and GT Doyu, both of whom have had amazing tournaments, have not placed poorly at all. So really, really impressive stuff from all 3 or 4 of those teams, rather, in this tournament so far.
I think that was actually very impressive. Not only the...
As we've seen it, and it works, because we literally just saw it. They win it, and they pretty much got really good placement with just 2 players.
A little help from CPT above them. Evos was trying to rain on their parade, but Evos was the one that actually had their parade rained on by CPT. Coming down the mountainside there, shooting them up, and it ended up just being 1 player left from Evos, and he was unable to do anything else to RRQ. RRQ outlasted them. Evos probably wanted that one back with them out in the exposed field. Could have killed him earlier, and they let him live.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, let's head down to our final interview of the day as CPT takes the final chicken dinner.
Thank you, Calaris. We're back here on stage with CPT 762, finally picking up the victory. We're going to ask him a couple of questions. You finally stopped the reign of RRQ and have taken a big win at the end of the day here. How does that feel to end the day on a good note like that?
We don't really feel anything, just let it be.
Okay, short and sweet. I suppose that's a good attitude to have going into the third and final day. And speaking of which,
in the most kills overall for the tournament, and I wouldn't be surprised if CPT brings in that momentum from getting that win for day number 3, the final day tomorrow, and go ahead and try to get some more wins so they can maybe get to that second place. I'm not sure if they'll be able to get to the first place, but more than likely they'll definitely be trying.
Yeah, really cool to see, and also cool to see the adaptation from some of our teams here when it came to that plane, which was a bit more difficult compared to some of the other planes. We kind of wanted to see a more difficult plane because everything had been so easy for people to drop in the locations that they wanted. So LH and C9 going all the way down to Nova was cool.
That was the one thing I wanted to point out as well. It was really
for the days number 1 and 2 so far. Good stuff from them, securing themselves second place. It's going to be difficult to get to that first place, but if anybody can do it, it would be a team that has got multiple chicken dinners under their belts so far.
Indeed it would. CPT in a great position to kind of climb the ladder. But again, as you saw, CPT getting 20th place themselves. And all it takes is one game, one challenge not to work out in your favor early on. RRQ could suffer that fate tomorrow once, twice, 3 times. It could happen.
If that happened.
It could happen. Not likely, but it could.
If for some reason they go out super early, we can definitely see CPT make a push there, especially if they start getting the kills as we just saw, and also getting the wins. That can definitely be one of those teams that pushes forward, as we have seen LHW and GTW can get the kills, but they just can't get the wins behind it.
Something we didn't quite highlight from our final game as well, which is a slightly anomaly compared to what we've seen so far, is Team Hero getting second place. A great finish for them.
Definitely, they've been looking to get that finish. Europeans champions Hero really walked their way through the European finals. Not a whole lot of competition there, and it looked like the European finalists are back in the driver's seat here after second place finish.
Sure, actually, you make a really good point there. If you look back at the, kind of the earlier stages of their campaign in the European regional from Team Hero, they were dominating, and then the second day or whatever, as the tournament progressed on, they didn't need to do too much. So they definitely have the chops to really continue pulling off those kind of top finishes.
They definitely did, and I was able to talk to them yesterday, and they wanted to go ahead and get the action. So I'm looking forward to see what they can go ahead and do in day number 3 tomorrow, baby.
All right. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you for joining me in the analysis desk, and thank you for joining us at home as well. Make sure to tune in, same time, same place tomorrow. At the moment, it's all RRQ. Who's going to be able to topple the kings atop the mountain? We shall see you tomorrow for more PUBG Mobile Global Finals action.
after round 8 here.
Very interested to see how the ultimate standings are looking, because no doubt RRQ is going to be leading the pack, and right now the fight for between 2nd and 4th is going to be very, very fierce indeed, I think, Seven.
It is going to go ahead and be intense. I wonder if they're going to go ahead and start pushing a little bit more of the action towards the beginning. We thought we were going to see LH and Cloud9 fight each other, and look at this. Push by CPT as they take care there of this 2nd spot. They had a bad game, but they say, you know what, just brush it up, guys. We still got another game here.